Good evening, folks. Welcome, welcome. James and team finished strong, and it has been a while, hasn't it, folks? Here tonight, getting my feet wet, doing some Zwift racing. I'm going to be trying out the London Classique course tonight, a favorite of mine. And going to get some racing in tonight. I figured I've been doing some workouts lately, and I think I'm ready. So at least ready not to be embarrassed, I hope. It's been over 4 months since I've been racing in Zwift, and that absence has been for a variety of reasons, not the least of which is some news that our family just found out in the past couple of weeks. And that is that my wife was just diagnosed with breast cancer. And it's been a shock for our family, and it has been a real spiritual journey for us to try to seek out what God would have us to do and how to respond to this and how to keep the right attitude. And certainly my wife's journey through this, she's not journeying it alone. We've got great family support with us. And but nonetheless, it is going to be challenging for us. It's going to be a lot of changes for us. So we are just about ready to embark on that journey of treatment starting in the next week or two. And I share this with you all, folks, just so that those of you who are brothers or sisters in the faith can keep us in prayer. I really appreciate that. And also, if you do feel led in some way to help out, my wife has, I think I may have shared this on the channel in times past, she has had renal failure a few years ago and has been on dialysis 3 times a week since then. So that pretty much kind of what started some of the medical challenges for us. I've had some of my own medical challenges, as I've shared, but I just wanted to share that with you. If you feel led to support some of the things that our family may be needing, we do have my wife set up a GoFundMe for things like a stair lift, for example, that my bad. Stair. I was just trying to go in the other direction. That she'll be needing, among other things, and copays and such. But in any event, I don't want this to be a damper on the channel tonight. We do believe in the risen Savior and his healing power, and I think I just shared that on one of my reflections last month. So I have full confidence that God is going to come through for us. That being said, no journey is easy, certainly. So I appreciate, again, your prayers. But back to the race tonight, we have got to get over to the pen because I do believe this is maybe well attended tonight. Let me take a look and see how many have joined up at the last minute, as is always the case. We had something like maybe 15 or 20 folks about 5 or 10 minutes ago, and see if that has increased. I can't really tell. There's quite a few folks tonight, as you can see. So we've got a challenging race this time. You all may remember I had a pretty easy field to race against last race over the summer. I think it was like a half dozen of us in the race total. We did have a couple of sandbaggers from the BCAT to make it interesting. So not sure we have any Bs that have jumped in to the CCAT tonight. I'm trying to look on the screen and see. I see some green there. All right. Well, this doesn't favor me. It doesn't favor me for a couple reasons. I am, unfortunately, I don't have the greatest FTP. And because I haven't been racing in a while, I haven't been training as I used to, it has definitely, my FTP has definitely gone in the downward direction over the past probably 6 to 8 months. So I've got some work to do tonight just to stay with the field. And I may have just a prayer tonight, as it were, to hang on. So we'll see. But I did get in. I got pretty decent position here in the pen, so I'm last actually right now. So maybe I didn't. Maybe I went too late. In any event, it's going to be a fast race. I am predicting because of the fact that it is mostly flat. We got some folks that are pushing out a lot of watts on the flats, and so I expect the pace will be high, uncomfortably high. That's my prediction. Any of you all want to make your own predictions, feel free to do so in the chat. Let me know. Hey, appreciate it. Appreciate it, Midwest Cyclists. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, this will be, you can check it out afterwards. It'll be on my YouTube as well as my Twitch channel, so you'll be able to check it out. Find out how I did. See if I finished tonight. And the pre-race banter has begun. Well, it's really tame tonight. They're just talking about the start line. So we'll see. Usually it gets pretty lively by the time it starts. I'm not one for participating in the pre-race banter. I'm not very good at typing and riding at the same time. Probably fall off my bike if I tried it. Which actually might be a possibility tonight. I've got a very, you want to know, I got a very messed up setup tonight. Last weekend I double flatted when I was out for a ride. And thank the Lord, even though I was going about 26, 27 miles an hour, was able to keep it under control, got it to a stop, but I have not got new tires yet for the bike. So I am, I've got actually my roof rack, my bike mounted to my roof rack using the through axle, and hope it's stable enough tonight. So I might either fly forwards, as was the case earlier when I was testing this thing, and it flipped over. I hope that doesn't happen. Or it might go off sideways in the sprint. We just don't know. So we'll see. All right, 5 minutes to go, folks. Look at my heart rate. Already almost 130 beats a minute. I always get nervous for these things. I don't know why. It's nothing on the line. Nothing on the line. Still makes me nervous. So this is a mixed field tonight. I see we've got some men as well as some ladies in here. And I think from what I saw in Zwift Power, they are some strong ladies. So we're going to have competition from all sides tonight. And all ages, too. So as for me, I'm 52. And hopefully in decent health at the moment. Praise the Lord. And we'll see how well I can hold up to the relentless onslaught of watts that is about to begin. I tell you, it has been so hard for me just to even do group riding this past year with work and all has been so demanding. How many of you have had work strain your ride time, like myself, just finding crowded out? Just insane here. It's just insane. Business says, thank you, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Business has been crazy out there in the marketplace, and so everybody at our business has been working just like crazy, trying to keep up with it. All right, James, appreciate it too. Thank you. Well, hopefully this is not like a regular crit. I'm bad at crits, but thankfully the like a real crit where you have problems surging out of the turns. I don't think these Zwift races surge too much. That double humped hill halfway through the back half, I think will always give us some challenges. And of course, the last minute will be full gas, I'm sure, as well as the first minute. So we are, yeah. Oh gosh, yeah. I've been trying to. I see a cardiologist, and I know what you're talking about. I've been trying to fight off going on any medication whatsoever, and just really trying to listen to my body. I think some of my issues I had last year, heart-related issues, were overtraining actually, and not heart actual problems, but they can feel the same. Let me tell you, if you've ever done, push yourself over the edge into overtraining, very sucks very much. Yeah, well, James, there might be some out there. There might be some out there. This race, fortunately, does have a little bit of a downhill at the end, but there really isn't any such thing as a truly flat crit on Zwift. Even the crit course in Crit City has pretty decent some kicks. So as far as, to answer your question, as far as pedal stroke, what I would suggest is working on cadence. Cadence is really the biggest pedal stroke factor in Zwift. Out in the real world, I think having a full even stroke, even power delivery throughout the phase of your power stroke is essential, especially for longer races. But for Zwift, I think it all averages itself out. So really, it comes down to cadence, and cadence helps you be able to reach higher watts on your sprint. I just find that for myself, grinding it out versus spinning it out on the sprint, I can produce better watts when I spin it out. Maybe it's different for different folks. It depends on how fast ultimately your top end cadence is. If it's 120 and above, then you're doing pretty good. All right, here we go, folks. Got to start breathing. Thank you, Caitlin. Appreciate it. Big group. Okay, looks like he settled down until the climb. We're going to smash it again. No, I don't believe so, James. All right, here it comes. All right, some folks trying to break away. Brutal. Nothing. Looks like we lost some folks already. Yeah, that's the race. Yeah. Must have been a lot of bees in that front group. Oh gosh. Out of shape. But I believe that's going to be a new high FTP for me for 2021. So at least that's a good thing. Let's see where I am in the C's here. No. There we go. 22nd. Well, hopefully more will come in. Not a great showing today otherwise. But gosh, I don't know how much more I could have given it. 3.0 watts per kilo. That's pretty high for me. How are these guys doing? 3.5, 3.3. Yeah. Some folks doing 4 watts. Definitely some sandbaggers in there. And the ones with the high watts are able to hang on to them. So, I guess Zwift still has a little bit of work to do to eliminate overcap riders. But this is still far better than a mixed category race. That would have been much, much harder. Oh, guys, I can't tell you enough. That was the hardest effort I've done this year, for sure. Which means I definitely have not trained nearly hard enough to get back into the swing of this Zwift racing thing. I see it's gotten a lot harder since I've left. If you agree, let me know in the comments. These fields seem really, really strong. Yeah, there was a lot of them. But thank you. Yeah, believe it or not, that was a halfway decent effort for me all around. If you look at my historicals, 3.0 is about where I'd come in at a race of this length. It's not, I couldn't have done too much more. So, the field's just that much harder. Let me give some ride-ons to the folks that finished around me, at the very least. And then we'll call this one a day, guys. All right, let's see. Yeah, somewhere around there. Okay, well, guys, that wraps up the live stream. What I will probably be doing, for those of you who still stuck around, I'm going to try to do some group rides in Zwift. Casual pace now, casual pace. Group rides in Zwift sometime during the week. On the weeks, hopefully, on the weeks that I'm not racing. I'm going to try to see if I can fit those in. As I've said before, a lot of stuff going on with me personally, but I'll try to be out there as often as I can. And guys, I really appreciate you tuning in tonight. Have a wonderful evening and a Thanksgiving holiday. God bless, guys. Take care. Finish strong.